All right, y'all. I just got back from the gym, and I might have a little bit too much testosterone going right now, because I might be thinking a little bit crazy. I feel unstoppable right now. But I'm about to drive this tractor into this pond, and it might sound crazy, but if it works, it might be genius. So let's see what's gonna happen.
Cold hand, frozen feet, raindrops falling on the street. I can't recall when I last saw the sun. Summer's just a memory, a faded piece of history. No one can remember all the fun.
What's going on, I.A.G farm family? It's a new day on the farm, and I'm just walking around right now, kind of getting the feel and the idea for what I want to get done today. I have a plan. I actually want to do some pond maintenance, and I'm gonna bring y'all along for that today. But I'm finna get down here and do farm chores. I'm actually getting a little bit of a late start because I went to the gym and jogged a mile this morning, but I took a little bit of time, a few hours, to kind of plan for the next couple of videos that are to come, and I write down all my plans, just like the Bible says, things perish without vision, and the Bible tells us to write down the vision to make it plain. So I write down video ideas, concepts, the plot, the story that I want to tell within the video, how I want to glorify the Lord in that video, whether it's through verbal glorification or whether it's through just you all seeing our actions, just putting in little nuggets here and there within the video that can encourage you all. But yeah, I'm getting going today, and hopefully I get a chance to get some maintenance done on this pond, because as y'all saw in the last video where the boys and I went fishing, it was duckweed all over the pond. And the thing about that duckweed is that it dies off. It doesn't stay on there long. It stays on there only for like maybe a month at the longest. And but the thing is when it starts to die off, because when it gets too hot, it dies off. But when it starts to die off, it leaves like this sludge on the pond. And so every year we have to dye the pond, and that pond dye gets rid of the sludge. But also, I'm gonna try to go ahead and pull that duckweed off before it starts to die off. And I got a little duct tape, and I bought this little rake because they didn't have any extensions that I could use to extend out onto the pond and then pull that duckweed off. And I thought about just throwing a chain over top of it and trying to see if that chain would attach to it and just pull it out with the tractor. But I had an idea. I bought just a regular garden just rake, where you rake soil with, and I got that and some duct tape. And the duct tape is the key essential part of this plan. But I have a paint roller thing, like a paint extender, where it can extend like 12 feet. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that garden rake thing and I'm gonna duct tape it to the end of that paint roller, paint extender thing that you use for painting inside the house, painting up on high ceilings and things. And I'm gonna take that contraption and I'm gonna try to extend it out over the pond, grab a hold of the duckweed, and then pull it in and get most of it off. Like I say, even if I can't get all of it, just getting some of it so it won't build up so much sludge, and so to get that pond time to work. And also, it's so many things that go on the channel and so many videos that we take and all those type of things. I didn't want to forget to thank you all for all of the $1 donations you sent. Some people sent $5. Some people sent $50, some people sent $25, all type of amounts. But you all wanted to love on us, and you wanted to help us move forward with getting a zero turn. We put out a video where I was mowing the grass, and we were talking about how we were saving up to get a zero turn, and all of those donations together, it didn't equal up to the amount that we need to totally pay for a zero turn. I even looked at some online, like not online, but like on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and things like that. But those zero turns, they hold that value pretty good. So the one that we need for our size property, so because we could buy one for cheap and then have to buy another one next year. But I don't think that's the goal. We don't want to have just some junk laying around that's gonna break down. But the one that we need for our property and the one that we feel comfortable with, like that, the price range, it's like $5,000 to $6,000 to $7,000, and the donations, are helping us get to that point. And you all don't have to give anymore. You've given enough. You did enough. We're gonna save up and take what you all have given us and save up and get a zero turn when the time is right. And we just thank you all for that. And it's just such a blessing, And the Lord is gonna increase you all in any area of your life that may be lacking for your generosity. And so I just thank you all for that. I just wanted to say that before I forget, because I get to talking and there's so much stuff going on. I try to set the plot for the video with this beginning talk, and I didn't want to forget that. So thank you all for those donations, all of the $1 and the $2 and the $5 and the $20 and the $50. Thank you all. And there will be a zero turn on this farm soon. I'm planning on probably getting one probably midway through the summer. I'm gonna keep on cutting on the put lawnmower for now. And then really one of the big reasons I want to wait is because we have all this equipment. We have the side-by-side, we have the tractor, even the put lawnmower, and even our barbecue trailer here is all sitting out in the weather. And I don't want to buy another piece of equipment right now if we don't have like a shed. And so I'm thinking about getting one of those carports. And then the main reason for the carport is gonna be to park the excursion under, so we can keep it nice and clean and keep the weather off it. And then, you know, we'll have it to where 2 cars can fit up under there. And in that extra space, maybe we can have the side-by-side bagged in, and then the lawnmower bagged in, you know, back right behind each other. It should be enough room for that. If one car fit there, the side-by-side and the zero turn should fit there as well. So that's the plan, y'all. Just want to kind of share with y'all about that, and also tell you all thank you. But the plan for today is I'm gonna get these farm chores done off camera, and I'm gonna try to get out here and do some pond maintenance. Well, I know we're gonna diet, and I bought a weed eater a couple days ago, and I know I want to get a little bit of weed eating done around the pond, make everything look nice. So next time we get ready to go fishing, because that duckweed just got in our way. We broke so many fishing lines and lost so many fish inside of that duckweed, because that's where they like to be at. They get up under that duckweed, and then they stay in the shade, and they bite your fishing pole, and they run back up under that duckweed with the line, and you end up getting tangled up in the duckweed. So I'm gonna try to get something done about that duckweed, try to get some weed eating done, try to get the pond dyed, get it prepared for summer, so it won't build up with too much algae, and it'll be healthy for the fish. And we'll just see what else we can get into today. Look at the sheep back here. Beautiful sight. The sheep are back here grazing. I love it. But I'm gonna just pick y'all up throughout the day and just see what we can get into. You know, we never know what's gonna happen on the I.A.G farms. We always have a plan, but it's good to just let the camera roll, because usually things happen that we don't plan, and that's what becomes the highlight of the video. So y'all just stick around and continue to join us along for this journey. It's I.A.G farms. It's all about God. Let's see what we can get into today. All right, y'all, I got everything down in the bottom past the weed eat it. As y'all can see, it's looking good down off in there. And now I'm about to get started on trying to get this pond looking a little bit better and get rid of some of this duckweed because this pond is beautiful, but some of that duckweed is kind of making it an eyesore right now. And so I'll probably come in and weed eat down this side too. A lot of this is blueberries that are gonna bloom pretty soon. We call them dewberries here. They're kind of like a blueberry, but kind of like a wild blueberry. But so I'm gonna leave all those wild blueberries there, and I'll probably weed eat some around those and everything, so the boys and I can get in there and pick some when I haven't be worried about snakes so much when they become ripe. But I'm probably gonna focus on just weed eating all the way around the pond and get that done. And then once I get done weed eating all the way around the pond, I'll probably go ahead and try to see if my contraption with duct tape is will work to get some of this duckweed off, because that stuff is stronger than it looks. It is not actually rooted into the ground or into the dirt. It's just sitting on top of the water. So if you get a good hold of it and can hold it, you can pull the whole thing towards you. But the problem is that it's all kind of intertwined and connected and it gets a little bit heavy. So let's get weed eated around the pond, and then we'll see if we can get some of this duckweed out the pond. And when we get done with that, we'll throw a couple bags of dye on there to keep the fish cool and keep the algae down.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, let you hold my hand, look me in the eye. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be God. I swear that I'll stay here with you.
let's see that come loose. I think that's gonna get it. Let's try it out. All right, y'all. I don't think it's gonna work. My contraption to pull it out is good, but I'm not strong enough. That stuff is so heavy, and it's all intertwined together. So all this duckweed around the whole pond is all locked in together, and so it's super heavy. And I can start to get it to come this way, but once I come off of it, it just kind of floats back out there. And yeah, I think I'm just go ahead and put the pond dye out there and let the pond dye do its thing. It'll probably take about 2 or 3 weeks, and then it'll kill all this duckweed, and then it'll kill all that muck that comes around from the duckweed. Whew. I tried. All right, y'all, so I had this pond out here that I got from Tractor Supply. It's just a little bag, and usually it takes about 2 bags on our pond, but I'm gonna throw out 1 bag for right now, and if I need to do another bag, I come in here and throw another bag out. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and throw this bag of dye out into the pond now, and then I'm gonna pick y'all back up in about a week to see how that pond dye has killed that duckweed, if any. Because I think it's gonna kill the duckweed. The pond dye plus the heat that we're having right now is gonna kill the duckweed. Because what happens is, as the heat kills the duckweed, it turns into this little slime, sludgy looking stuff right there. And usually we just wait until the heat kills the duckweed, and then we just throw this out there, and then it clears up the little sludgy stuff. But I was gonna try to get it looking good before then, because that'll be like a little bit deep off in summer by the time all that whole process takes place. Like I say, and the duckweed serves its purpose because it helps the fish out. They like to get up under it for shade. But this pond dye does the same thing. It shades the pond out to where the fish can stay cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there, and then I just pick y'all up in about a week. All right, after about maybe 2 or 3 hours, that pond dye, that bag that I just threw in there is gonna dissolve, and it's gonna distribute the dye all over the whole pond. And then it'll just slowly start killing off that duckweed, because it won't be able to get sun to its roots. Because the duckweed is not actually rooted into the dirt, but it's just rooted, like intertwined with each other, kind of sitting on top of the water. And but it still needs sun to get down to the roots to be able to survive. So that pond dye should spread around, make the duckweed roots to where they can't get sun, and it just slowly start to die off. So like I said, I'll pick y'all up in about a week or so, and we'll just see how it's looking. So I'll see y'all in about a week. All right, y'all, I just got back from the gym and I might have a little bit too much testosterone going right now, because I might be thinking a little bit crazy. I feel unstoppable right now. But I'm about to drive this tractor into this pond, and it might sound crazy, but if it works, it might be genius. So let's see what's gonna happen. I just couldn't give up, because I came out here after I got from the gym, because yesterday is when y'all saw me on the video trying to get the duckweed out by hand, and that didn't work because I didn't have enough power. And it would be a blessing if my tractor wheels were a little bit bigger, and I might stay above the water. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get off in here and then get the loader to attach to the duckweed and pull it all out. Because the theory is that if I can start pulling some of it, it's all intertwined together. If I can just get a hold of a little bit of it, it should all just walk on out and just pull out. So yeah, I'm gonna try to find the lowest spot, because this spot here in this area is not real deep. It's probably about 3 feet deep though, so that's deep enough, deeper than my tractor's supposed to be going into. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get in there and try to grab some of that duckweed with just the tip of the bucket, and then just bag it on out. And my theory is, now this is my gym mind talking, I'm a little bit tired and I'm a little bit too amped up, too bit pumped up. So the theory is that it'll pull all this duckweed out at one time. So we're about to see. I'm gonna set y'all up and let y'all see what happens. All right, y'all, that plan didn't work like I thought it was, because the pond, the thing is that it's not the level of depth of the pond. I would be able to drive the tractor off in there and grab a hold of that duckweed and bag out. But the problem is that I'm going in with those front tires, and anybody that has a tractor knows about those front tires. With all the weight on the front, and they're so small, all that weight makes them sink down in. So I probably could do it if I was bagging in with the back tires. The back tires are bigger and there's not as much weight back there, but I don't have the loader back there to be able to grab a hold of the duckweed. So, failed plan. Let me let y'all see some of these ruts real quick. Yeah, I just made a mess over here. Made it look bad. But you can't even really see the ruts. But in the spot, because I was thinking I was gonna go in over there, so I had the camera set up over there, and you could barely just see me over here in this area. But I got out almost to where the duckweed, I don't know if you can see the little mud that's kicked up down up under the bottom of the pond down there. But I got almost all the way out there, and look at that fish swimming around. He's swimming around like right there saying, what's going on? What's the tractor doing in the pond? The boys and mama not gonna believe me. But not gonna believe I was that stupid, at least. But I thought that it's like the water was getting deeper and deeper. As close as I got to it, I was able to get right to the edge of it, but my loader wasn't long enough to reach all the way out there. It'd be good if I had like a mini excavator or something like that. I could probably reach out there and just grab a hold of that stuff and then pull it in. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just have to wait and let it just die off like my original plan was. Yeah, I was gonna pick y'all up in about a week and see what's happened since we put the pond down there. But I had that idea as I was driving back when I got home from the gym this morning, and I said maybe the tractor can get in there, because I know that I know the depth of it. You know, we've put markers out there to know the depth of it, and it's like when I measured the wheels of the tractor, it's like these front wheels, I should have barely just been should have been about this far on the wheel, and that would have kept all my mechanical stuff out of the water. So it would have just been the wheels in the water. But I didn't compensate for the fact that it's mud, and it's like you have to sink down about a foot before you get to solid ground. Mud and muck, and you know, just the what do they call it? I forgot what it's called, but it's like the mud that builds up over time, and your pond becomes more and more shallow, but that mud is just like it's not hard, you know. You sink right down into it. You can sink down a whole foot, 2 foot. But anyway, old tractor tried his best. We tried. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video here, and then we just pick y'all up on another video and show y'all the progress of what the pond dye does to the duckweed, and also just the heat. Like I was saying yesterday, the heat is gonna start to kill that duckweed, and the main thing is catching that gunk and that algae before it starts to develop, because as that duckweed dies off, it leaves like this gunk that I showed y'all yesterday, and it makes the pond super ugly and unhealthy for the fish. So yeah, because it takes down the oxygen levels and things like that, and we're trying to avoid that. But next year, that little rake thing, it'll work if I wouldn't have waited so long for the duckweed to get so well established. Catch it early in the year, because it comes back every year. I don't know what causes it to come. And we had one duck, but something happened to duck. I think a predator got duck. And we had some ducks before that we tried to put on the pond, because we think that you can use ducks to get rid of that duckweed or duckweed. I don't know if I'm saying it right or not. But the ducks actually were scared to be on the water, because I think they can tell we got such big catfish and bass in this pond. If they didn't want to be on the water, they probably could tell that they were in danger. But yeah, old tractor. I needed just a little bit bigger tractor with a little bit bigger tires, and I would have been able to get in there. But this little tractor wasn't gonna be able to do it. I was probably gonna end up flipping the tractor or floating away or something like that. But hey, I tried. And I also tried to pull some more out by hand as well. And I thought about throwing a chain in there and getting the chain to attach to it, and then maybe I could pull it out. But I said it's getting dangerous, and my judgment is getting bad, so I better go ahead and quit while I'm ahead. I tried to sneak and do it and not tell Megan and the boys. But yeah, so all right, y'all, we're gonna call it for today's video. And y'all don't tell Megan and the boys that I drove the tractor into the pond. So we'll just see y'all on the next one. And hopefully by the next video the next pond update, some of this duckweed has died off and the pond is looking good and it's healthy for the fish and everything. So we'll just see y'all on the next one. It's I.A.G Farms. It's all about God.
Say it's all about God.